V16 Bugatti Tourbillon and why it matters to the car industry. It won't surprise anyone to know that hypercars are not exactly on my car buying or even driving radar, especially in 2024. They sit way above the realm of ordinary folk like me and this channel. However, I feel compelled to speak of the latest Bugatti, the Tourbillon. The reason, I guess most obviously, is because of that engine, that V16 naturally aspirated wonderpiece. But it's actually more than that. As it always has been in the automotive industry, cars that are made for the very top always reflect and filter down. What I mean by this is the spirit of the halo cars built for the few filters down into the desires of the many below. They represent the absolute epitome of what a car can be. Of course, many are way too outlandish for most people's tastes, even if they had the available capital. But in terms of a technological demonstration, cutting-edge innovation, halo cars often serve as platforms for the latest advancements. Innovations in these models can trickle down to more affordable models over time, benefiting the entire product line. They provide a testing ground for new materials, engineering solutions, and advanced systems that can later be incorporated into mass-market vehicles. Now, Bugatti themselves don't just produce halo models, they are a halo brand. There are no affordable Bugatti models for their specific technology to filter down to. Their mantra, if comparable, it is no longer Bugatti, and nothing is too beautiful, sat at the heart of the design and development of this model. They have built what they believe to be the most desirable automotive creation possible, fitting in line with the Bugatti identity and heritage. Which leads me on to that engine. So courtesy of Bugatti themselves, let's hear it. And what a soundtrack. I don't know if anyone expected this, but I certainly didn't. The last significant V16 that I'm aware of is the BRM V16 Grand Prix car from the 50s, which for years has been one of my favourite engine soundtracks. Straight 8 engines enjoyed some popularity among luxury and racing cars of the past due to the ability to time them for inherent balance. A straight 8 develops more power strokes per revolution and can therefore run more smoothly under load than an inline 6. However, the length and other issues around this have led to them being largely replaced by the V8. But to see a V16, effectively 2 banks of straight 8s, is remarkable to see and hear, especially one that is 8.3 litres in size and revs to 9,000 RPM. It actually brings me back to one of the 90s great underachieving and underappreciated supercars, the Czechoslovakia V16. It mounted its V16 engine transversely and had a unique and very special soundtrack that the automotive world has not heard enough of. Anyway, back to the Bugatti. The rest of the car is, to me at least, equal parts incredibly impressive, and yet also very safe. Aside from those stunning mechanical dials, which at the very least are remarkable pieces of engineering, the overall design is akin to that of a Chiron perfected. A Chiron plus plus, for want of a better description. It does, however, remind me of Jeremy Clarkson's original Top Gear review of the groundbreaking Veyron all those years ago. There is so much behind the design and engineering to make a car of these numbers work, and work in a truly usable way, that it's hard not to appreciate it. Even if it isn't a car that screams, "drive me by the scruff of the neck down a quiet road," which is what I personally enjoy most about driving. We have to mention the use of 3 electric motors to supplement that V16 heart. As if an 8.3 litre, 1,000 horsepower, 16-cylinder engine needs supplementing. But hey, it's a Bugatti, and the automotive world is now crazy. Honestly, think about where we have come since the Veyron. Back then, the nigh on 1,000 horsepower statistic was enough to blow everything away, and everyone's minds to boot. The Tourbillon has a combined output of 1800 horsepower, with no official mention of efficiency figures, but it is capable of nearly 40 miles on full electric power. These days, the big horsepower and huge acceleration numbers game has become almost beyond ridiculous. It's probably right that Bugatti is no longer pitching this car in that regard alone. Still, a 276 mph top speed is hardly cutting things short. The parent company Rimac's own fully electric Nevera is faster accelerating, way beyond licence losing territory. So it is very interesting to see that Bugatti appear to be doubling down on the part of the car that makes them stand out. Beauty, elegance, power, and a mechanical heart that strikes an emotional connection with its owners. The connection to high-end luxury watches is very apparent, seen not only in the name, but also in those dials. Everyone has access to accurate timekeeping these days, and a beautifully crafted Swiss watch is no longer needed as a timepiece, yet demand remains high as customers desire that beautifully crafted piece of engineering and a mark of high luxury. The same can be said of this Bugatti Tourbillon. There'll be other ways to go as quickly, full electric models such as the Lotus Evija and the aforementioned Rimac Nevera to name a couple, but the Tourbillon aims to become a timeless piece of automotive engineering. Its success will be judged in the years to come. I do wonder how long we can continue to march down the route of more power, more technology, more grip, more of everything. But for now, here we are, staring at an 1800 horsepower powertrain and a naturally aspirated V16 at its core. I recall that Clarkson remarked at the time of the Veyron that it would be a Concorde moment, the last hurrah, the last we would see of such mechanical engineering splendour. However, some 20 years later, here we are. Yes, there are electric motors to supplement the combustion engine, making it possible for the modern world. And if it weren't for these hybrid elements, we likely wouldn't have seen such a car or engine at all. But it is still remarkable. The halo vehicles of the automotive world play a big part in setting the tone for the industry as a whole. They headline news outlets, motoring shows, and help fuel interest in cars for the young. It was a Lamborghini Diablo and a Ferrari F40 that sat on my wall growing up. And perhaps one day, a poster of the Bugatti Tourbillon will inspire the next generation of car enthusiasts and engineers. Whatever your personal opinion on the car is, this is why Bugatti's latest creation matters so much to the automotive industry, and why I can't wait to hear one in the flesh. Thanks for watching.